During preseason, we often see teams not playing their starters, right? It's become a thing because you don't want your starters to go out there and risk a season ending injury or just an injury in general. That is just something you don't want to happen going into the regular season. That's why we don't play starters, right? But there's also the other aspect of it, practice, especially joint practices or just practices in general are also scary situations because any injury can happen at any given time. It's not, you're gonna get injured on this specific play. It's just gonna happen. It's you never know. It's a roll of the dice. Things happen, and the Minnesota Vikings may have suffered a little bit of an injury bug. Not too much because there hasn't really been too many injuries for or on the roster, but there is a big one because we do have or did suffer a suspension with Jordan Addison missing the first 3 weeks of the regular season, which automatically makes the wide receiver room a little bit thin. Not too thin, but a little bit. And now we just learned that wide receiver Jalen Nailor injured his hand and could miss some time. I'm not sure how much time, but there's a chance if it's serious, it could be a prolonged period of time. So let's get right into it, right? The depth and health of the Vikings wide receiver room was always a concern heading into this week's joint practices against the New England Patriots. Justin Jefferson has missed 3 weeks with a hamstring injury, although he's expected to be ready for week one. Jordan Addison will be suspended for the first 3 games of the season. Rondale Moore suffered a season ending knee injury in the preseason opener. And on Thursday, fourth year wideout Jalen Nailor, who is set to begin the season as the Vikings' number 2 receiver behind Justin Jefferson because of the Addison suspension, spent most of the afternoon on the sideline after jamming his left hand early in practice. Kevin O'Connell had this to say afterward. Jalen Nailor kind of jammed his hand at one point. We wanted to be smart with that. We'll evaluate him and see what that looks like. KSTP's Darren Wolfson has definite concern about the left hand injury for Jalen Nailor. He tweeted, if evaluation reveals anything moderately significant there, it would be another blow to the Minnesota Vikings' depth at the receiver position and would unquestionably necessitate an addition from outside of the building. In a world where Jalen Nailor can't play in week one, the Vikings' current wide receiver options beyond Justin Jefferson would include Lucky Jackson, rookie Ty Felton, Tim Jones, and Deshaun Jones, Thayer Thomas, and some undrafted rookies. Suffice to say that the Chicago Bears would put a ton of defensive attention on Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson if that's the wide receiver group the Vikings brought to Soldier Field on September 8th. And that's no disrespect to any of those players. Now, even if Jalen Nailor's hands turns out to be fine, it's still a discussion worth having. Nailor hasn't exactly had a stellar training camp as he enters the final year of his rookie contract. He had a few drops last season and hasn't fully fixed that problem. The good news is there should be plenty of options for GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah in the if the Vikings need to add a wide receiver beyond the current trade possibilities and free agents. Roster cutdown day, which is August 26th this year, is always a good time to add players, whether via trade or waiver claim. Now, a trade for Vikings legend Adam Thielen, currently with the Carolina Panthers, is one idea that they mentioned after Addison's suspension was officially announced. Amari Cooper and Gabe Davis are among the biggest names among free agent receivers, but a reunion with someone like Brandon Powell could make a lot of sense. There are also other players like Tyler Boyd, Jamison Crowder, Nelson Aguilar, and Allen Robinson who are out there looking for a new team. So this injury, it could be a cause for concern if it is a significant injury. If it's nothing, if it's just a little strain, you sit him out the next couple weeks, especially during preseason games. You limit his practice reps to just, basically just go out there, maybe catch a few balls or just make sure your hand is 100% okay, do some rehab, and be ready to come week one. But if it is a significant injury, the Vikings need to start looking at free agents or potential players on other teams that might get waived or released and stuff like that and try to make or try to have a plan in place to add a receiver at the start of the beginning of the season. Not to keep him through the entire year, but at least to start the season, because with Addison out the first 3 weeks, if he's gone and Jalen Nailor's gone a significant amount of time, we're going to need someone else to pick up the slack a little bit. Not saying that these rookie receivers or these younger guys, like Lucky Jackson and stuff like that, aren't good. They're just not the most exceptional number two option, if you will. And the names they asked or added at the bottom, like Tyler Boyd, Jamison Crowder, Nelson Aguilar, and Allen Robinson, I wouldn't consider the Vikings looking at any of those guys. I think their time has come and gone. You could look at potentially bringing back Adam Thielen because they have the receivers in place with, uh, was it Tet McMillan and Xavier Leggett. So Adam Thielen could be on the outs there, which bringing him back would be awesome. Finish his career where it began. You're also looking at potentially Odell Beckham Jr. I know there's reports from Adam Scheffler, not Schefter, that he retired. That is not the case. He's still a free agent. He still wants to play ball. He's an option out there. Amari Cooper would be a great option. Gabe Davis, another great option. But those would be long-term additions to the roster if you went out and signed those players. But as of right now, Jalen Nailor has a hand injury. We'll wait for the significance of that. But the Vikings need to have a plan in place for if it is a significant hand injury. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And real quick, if you want one of these mini helmets, the link for that is in the comment section. It's also in the description. Hit that link. Use the promo code MINSYN, MINSYN at checkout to receive a discount on your purchase. If you don't want this Viking helmet, that's okay. They have the original. They have the throwback. They probably have a bunch of other Viking helmets. But if you're not a Vikings fan or you don't want a Vikings helmet, they have all 32 NFL teams. They have all college football helmets, and they even have fully customizable helmets. So whether you want something for yourself or maybe a gift for somebody else, Green Gridiron is the place for you. You hit that link, you use the promo code MINSYN, MINSYN at checkout to receive a discount. Have a great rest of the night, folks, and Skull Vikes.